So the large majority of the time when people call me as a prospective client and they ask me to take on their case and they have a prior attorney, I'll hear things like, that attorney didn't do anything for me. That attorney was horrible. They never called me back. A lot of things. And that may be the case. There are people out there, just as in any sort of profession, in any sort of work activity, who don't necessarily take pride in their work, or, maybe make mistakes or don't do it 100%. That's entirely possible. And I know this to be a fact. However, the large majority of the time when someone calls me and they say that, and I ask them who their attorney is, and I know who their attorney is, I know their attorney to be a hard worker, a leader in the profession, especially if they're in the Philadelphia area where I grew up in the law. So we have a very small, tight-knit community that do this kind of work. And so they'll tell me who their attorney is, and it's someone that I respect. And I know that they have a good staff and a good process, and that they are a true believer. They're doing this work because they believe in it, and they give their clients attention. So it's a turnoff right away when I'm hearing somebody say, my attorney didn't do anything for me, especially because many times, if you're not an attorney doing this kind of work, you don't know what's involved. You don't know what doing the work really means, right? Like, did they submit a brief on your behalf? Briefs can be very labor intensive. If they filed any appeals for you, if they prepared for court for you, if they requested medical records for you, if they got opinion statements for you. These are all things that can be demanding on the attorney and on the team. And just throwing that around, that phrase like, oh, they didn't do anything for me, that's a red flag. And it tends to suggest that if you find that about your attorney, who I know and who I respect and who I know does good work, that may be the result for us as well. So those are not typically cases that I like to take on. People where they have a prior legal representation and they're alleging that they didn't do anything for them.